Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Thai B visa extensions. We're specifically discussing office photographs in the context of an application for a Thai business visa extension. So for those who are unaware, in Thailand there are two documents which will maintain one's ability to conduct business here in the kingdom. And those two documents are one's business visa, and that business visa then acts as a platform for a Thai work permit. Now, there are some exceptions to this rule, most notably the recently created Smart Visa, which basically intertwines the work authorization component with the immigration status. So in a sense, work authorization is inherent to the Smart Visa itself. We've done other videos on this channel. I urge those who are interested in the Smart Visa to go to the search function in our channel and just look up Smart Visa. But today we're talking about sort of the standard business visa with work permit, kind of more in the context of small to medium-sized enterprises or SMEs. And I say that because most bigger corporations here in Thailand that are employing foreigners, they either may be certified under the Board of Investment Scheme, the BOI, or they may be of such a scale, they may be large enough that they can avail themselves of the one-stop service center here in Thailand. And again, while there is still a separation between one's immigration and work authorization status, at the one-stop service center, you're dealing with everything sort of all at once. And while it's not intertwined, it's close enough. It's pretty close to sort of combining those two documents. But with respect to Thai business visa extensions, we're talking about office photographs. And anytime you go and apply for a business visa extension here in Thailand, or I should say, especially with respect to Chang Watana, although these regulations are countrywide, different immigration offices are going to take a different approach to dealing with this on a regulatory and administrative level. So what works in Chiang Mai, Phuket, or Pattaya may not necessarily work in Bangkok, vice versa. That being said, here in Bangkok, the office photos are important. Office photos are pretty well necessary everywhere, but not a month goes by that I don't get a call from someone stating that, you know, their B visa extension application has been sort of held up, and it's been held up with respect to issues involving the office photos. And usually what's going on here is I usually find it's a DIY situation. It's a do-it-yourself person who's applying for their B visa extension. And no offense to those folks, and certainly that's everyone's prerogative, probably a good idea to contact a legal professional with respect to this stuff. The applications can get quite thick. It is a rather Byzantine process at times. And things like these photos can really be exasperating because people don't really understand what the immigration officer wants to see in these photos. So they take photos and then they're kind of useless, so the immigration officer sends them away. There are requirements. They're not exactly hard and fast, but things like the company's name needs to be in the photographs, things like the address, etc. It needs to be the actual person's place of work, and that needs to be indicated in the photos themselves. To some extent, and I hesitate to use this phrase, but understand the context in which I'm using it, to some extent the photos are staged in that nobody really naturally takes photos of themselves working. That's not really a natural thing to do. So yes, to some extent, you know, you're sort of staging, this is my office, this is where I work, with the people I work with, etc. But they're not staged in the sense that it isn't the genuine workplace of the individual in question. So they need to be in a photo of the actual workplace that is delineated in the application forms and is the place where work is actually taking place. But yeah, to some extent, you know, we usually take photos for our clients, and you know, there's certain angles to where you want to see certain things. You know, if it's a certain type of business, you oftentimes want to get whatever they're doing sort of in the background. If it's a restaurant, you know, they're going to want to see somebody, you know, in an actual restaurant. It's not going to be the back office of the restaurant. They oftentimes want to see that person sort of out on the floor. That's just one example of many. And for this reason, there is a kind of inherent complexity to these office photos that can lead folks to a... It can be exasperating when having these denied. You try to file for a B visa extension and they say, no, go retake the photos. And they oftentimes cite what they want to see, and folks don't really understand why they're doing that. Well, they have their own protocols. They need to see certain information in each of these photos. And for that reason, it's important that the photos, it's important from an efficiency standpoint that the photos are taken correctly at the time the first batch is made, so as to sort of avoid any waste of time and resources.